All right, in order to complete the square, we have to make sure of two things. We have to make sure that our a value is 1, and actually in both of these problems it is. And we also have to have the ax squared and the bx term on the left. So just like this. Then we leave a space. And I want to add 3 to both sides to get that constant, that c term, onto the right. There we go. Okay, now we have to determine what are we adding to both sides. Well, that's that value that will make our left-hand side a perfect square trinomial. And the way that we do that is we take half of our b term, so half of 14 is 7, and we square it. So 49 is the number that we add to both sides. Now we have created a perfect square trinomial on the left-hand side, and this is going to factor into x plus 7 quantity squared. How did I know that I got 7 there? You can look at it in 2 ways. It's whatever half of this was, or it's the number you squared. It actually is the same number. Okay, on the right-hand side, I'm just going to combine these integers here, and it looks like we will get 52. Okay, now we're just going to solve actually using the square root property here because we have to square root both sides in order to get x out of that parentheses there. And we're going to just be left with x plus 7 equals plus or minus the square root of 52. Now 52 can be broken down, and 52 can be broken down into 4 and 13. So this ends up becoming plus or minus 2 square root 13. We bring this down, x plus 7 equals that. And we're going to subtract 7 on both sides. And so we're going to have that minus 7 on the right, since we subtracted it from both sides, plus or minus 2 square root 13. Those are our 2 solutions. Okay, remember the 2 things we said in order to complete the square. A is 1, which it is here. The number in front of the x squared is 1. We don't see anything. And our x squared and x term are on the left. I'm just going to rewrite this and leave room to complete the square, but nothing really has to change in this first line. Okay, again, what is the number that we add to both sides? We take half of this negative 24 here, which is negative 12, and then we square it, which is positive 144. You're actually always going to have plus a number, because whatever you square will be positive. Okay, this is going to become x minus 12. Again, that sign matters here. Because it was a minus 24, it's going to be minus 12. And on the right-hand side, when we combine negative 156 and positive 144, we'll get a negative 12. Okay, now we have to square root both sides. When we do that, we have x minus 12, and we have, I'm just going to break this apart now, the square root of negative 12. I know since there's a negative under there, we're going to have imaginary solutions here, so I will be involved. And so it looks like it's going to be an I, and the square root of 4, and the square root of 3. Alright, so this is going to be plus or minus, that square root of 4 becomes our 2, we still have our I, and the square root of 3 is irrational, can't be broken out. Okay, now we're going to add 12 to both sides. So we'll get 12 plus or minus 2I rad 3. And those are our 2 solutions here.